Okay, so I want to give a little bit of an update on an important platform that we're going to be using, continue using, called Xello. Teachers and staff, this is a really great way for us to do the work of the individual plan of study at a foundational level with our students. So it's really important that we know how to fully integrate the platform Xello into our own work in our classroom. It's a great window into what our students have identified, what our students want to be able to explore, and how they can communicate that to you and to really the rest of the world. So I want to walk through just a reminder of how you all can get to Xello to actually do some of the very same things that students have been asked to do and will be asked to do during advisory. Particularly, it's helpful if you go through and do the three basic things that students are asked to do within the platform. And so I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can log in, and in the next video, we'll show you how to complete those. So the first thing is, how do we log in? And it's a little bit funky because you can't just go to Xello and log in. Because we use an active single sign-on server that connects our server with Xello's, your login for the district is specific, and our login page is very specific. So the way we get to that is go to the Shawnee Mission School District home site and click on Staff. And by clicking on Staff, that's going to ask us to log in with our credentials. And when we log in with our credentials, you get to that faculty and staff portal. Now, here's the difference. We might be in the habit of looking in this area to find what we need to log into, but for Xello, it's under Assessment and Research. So if you click on Assessment and Research in Xello, and then you scroll down to Additional Resources. By the way, this is also how you would coach students to get to the login. They're going to be on a different page, but it's going to be under Xello Student for them, but for us, it's Xello Staff. So when we click on Xello Staff in the Assessment and Research tab, it's going to ask us to sign in. And to sign in, it's asking us to use our Google credentials. So for me, that would be my number. For some of you, it might be your building label and your email address, like EA Story or EA Haney, whatever it might be. But you're going to sign in with that particular at smsd.org Google credential, because when you sign in with that, it's going to recognize you as a teacher within our system, and it's going to recognize you with permissions for Xello. And you're going to get to a screen that looks very much like this. I've got a few different permissions because of being the site administrator on the program. But what you would do is you can see the students. You can create student groups in here. So you can see that there have been some that have been created for different classes. If you want to look for particular students, you might be able to search and find student profiles. If you need higher level permissions than you might be already granted, then you could just you could put in a little help request to me. You can feel free to send me an email and I'll give you the permissions you might need. But really the most important part for us in the work of individual plan of study is experiencing this platform just as a student would. And if you go over to the right side here of the page, you can go to My Demo Student Account, and you can actually take any grade level. You can impersonate a grade 10 user. It's not going to be anybody in particular. It's you and your permission to see this as a student. And so you would view that as a student to get into exactly what they would see. So when they log in, they will see just the same screen. And what we're asking students to do, and many students have already done this, but you need to have taken these 4 over here under the About Me. When you take these 4 profiles, it then launches you into some career options and career explorations. So the first one we ask students to take is the matchmaker. The matchmaker piece. And you can see that when I click that, I've already done some of that work, and it's already produced some careers of interest to me. But really, from a very first step point of view, you want to take an opportunity to do what the students have done and do the matchmaker, the personality style, this mission complete, and learning style, so you can see what the students have been asked to do. And then in the next couple of videos, we're going to get into exploring options and goals and plans, and to see what that would look like for students. So step one, go through and take these inventories and profiles, because that sets us up for exploring options and how students can save those options moving forward. Again, let me know if you have questions. I'm here to help, and this is really a great resource for us as we begin to integrate more fully the individual plan of study and career interests and personal interests that students have expressed through this Xello platform. See you next time.